Yeah, I've never done a three-person podcast before, so um, how do you guys want to do that? Do you want to try to do it together?
Sure.
Jeanette, you feel up for it?
Yeah, yeah. We said sure at the same time. You didn't even know that we both said it at the same time.
That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, try it. You're now listening to Russ Reviews.
All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
You're
You
now
are now listening
listening
to
to
Russ
Russ
Reviews.
Reviews. We'll fix it in post. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Russ Reviews. I am the aforementioned Russ, and today we have a pretty cool evolution in the podcast. It's the first three-person podcast, and we're going to be reviewing college athletics and mascots and team colors and all this goodness. And I'm very excited to have with me two Hokies from Virginia
Whoa.
Tech, Jeanette and Mike. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Go Hokies.
Mike is, just for those listening, doing a little thumb turkey thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Or the VT that I always do backwards.
it
Yeah.
looks right on the screen. So,
Oh, good, good, good.
but yeah, so I just thought we could kind of get a little background into kind of the genesis of this. So, Mike, how did you? We had differing views on the history of this. You thought it was my idea. I thought it was your idea.
Yeah, I totally thought you had said, let's review school colors. When the three of us were sitting around, you found out how much Jeanette loves
College
sport,
basketball.
college basketball, college football, all the things. I thought you had said, let's review team colors, and then it expanded into this grandioseness. But apparently you thought it was my idea. So,
Jeanette, whose idea
now
was it? Do you remember?
I don't want to be that person, but
No,
it
do
was
it.
for sure my idea.
Oh, yes. Of course.
100%.
That's so funny.
Oh, I love it.
That's why Mike and I couldn't remember whose
Yeah.
idea it was.
Yeah, love it.
Well, Jeanette, tell me then, what was the genesis of it for you?
I think we were just talking about your podcast and the things that you review, and you were like, "Is there anything that you would review?" And I was like, "College football or collegiate football colors, team colors, and mascots."
Oh,
Like
yeah.
right on par for me
Yeah,
too.
because our schools both have oranges, which can be a hot topic in the
Mm.
college game, but we'll save that for later. So I always forget to do this. I'm not today. I'm going to start the timer and let's dive
Hey, Russ, you said
into.
before to remind you to start the timer, so go ahead and start the timer.
Okay, thank you. Should I restart the timer?
Oh, no, you're all right.
All right, so here we go. Let's start with you, Jeanette. Kind of being a college super fan now as an alumni, let's go back in time a little bit. How did you kind of get sucked into college athletics, and what was kind of your background with it going to school at Virginia
Uh,
Tech?
right, right. Well, I was at Virginia Tech during the Michael Vick era. So that was
Oh,
a bit
wow.
helpful. That was a bit helpful in getting pumped up to go to football games on Saturdays. But prior to Virginia Tech, I grew up cheering on the Maryland Terrapins.
Oh,
Um, Not really
really?
sure why. That was my mom's team.
Okay.
And so we cheered for them. Maybe occasionally for George Mason, although does George Mason really have a basketball team? I don't think so. So it was pretty easy to lock in to Virginia Tech once I started school here. And then it has not stopped. And it has just blown up into I will watch any collegiate sport that I can possibly watch at
Okay.
least one time. So yeah.
Yeah, so I was 12 when Vic was at Virginia Tech, and I very
Stop it.
I have very vivid memories though of like I felt like the whole country became a Hokie fan for his two years at that school.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think? What was it about Michael Vick that just everyone loved?
He was just electrifying on the field. Like you felt like you couldn't contain him. Like I remember being at a Syracuse game that the second year with Virginia Tech, and we were struggling all game, and fans kept turning around and doing mock Heisman poses at us, and like, oh yeah, here goes Michael Vick. He got so good. And then he just like faked a pitch in the fourth quarter and ran for like 93 yards for a touchdown. And of course, we're obnoxiously like, hey, you guys want to turn around again? Talk about the Heisman, and they didn't look us any of the rest of the game. So because he could just do that at any moment, it felt like.
How about for you, Jeanette? Like watching him in person. How was that?
Yeah, I think it was just a surprise of his movement. I think there's probably people since then that has done that, but I feel like back then that was pretty unique, the way he just moved on the field.
Yeah, no, I feel like he paved the way for a whole new way of playing quarterback in the pros because, for a lot of time in the NFL, like you couldn't run like that. And then I feel like Michael Vick ushered in this new era, and we saw the beginnings of it in college, but then really just exploded onto the scene when he was with the Falcons. What what do you guys make of him not being voted for Heisman though? I just Googled this. I had memories of him being a Heisman winner, but he wasn't.
He was a freshman that year that we went to the national championship game, and
Uh,
I just assumed as a freshman he's not going to be like a redshirt freshman. He's not going to be able to get it in his redshirt freshman year. He was robbed, but I mean,
who did you guys lose to again? You guys lost in that game?
Florida State.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Yep. We were winning at the end of the
Wow.
third quarter. So if anyone says we were blown out, we were winning at the end of the third quarter. And then I remember our cornerback, our best cornerback going down. I can't remember who the wide receiver they had at that time was, but he just blew into us in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Once that corner was down, I was like, oh, that could be the end of the game.
Yeah, the Florida schools that era, they were all just really UF and FSU and Miami, just
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Someone's knocking on my door. Yeah?
Uh-oh.
It's just August. We can ignore him. He's
Oh
with
yeah.
his mom. All right. Mike, how about you? How did you get into Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I mean, I was born into it. My dad, my uncle, they were all Virginia Tech fans. We grew up going to the games. And then I married into it too. My father-in-law, my wife, my brother-in-law, cousin-in-law, I guess you'd call it, like
Wow.
all just Hokies. And so I knew, and I knew there was something distinct about Virginia Tech because we go there and visit all the time. It was just such a friendly campus. And I remember when I was looking at schools, I looked at Duke, or
Boo.
I wasn't gonna say the name, but those blue and white folks down in Durham. But I remember going to the campus as a prospective student, and my dad and I were lost, and we had a map out, and nobody stopped
Huh.
to say anything to us or to like, hey, can we help you with directions? They just kept their eyes down and kept walking away. I was like,
Wow.
Dad, if we had this map open at Tech, there'd be like 10 people asking us, like, hey, how you doing? How can I help you? Where do you need to go?
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like, this is just different.
yeah.
There was just something special there. And then got there, joined the marching band, and so I was at every game. Of course, my freshman year, it was like we won two games, we tied one, and we lost eight. So if we did the preseason game, if we did the pregame game, we'd march out, and while we're marching, somebody would yell out, "Performing before tens and tens of people, the Marching Virginians," because that's about who would be in the stadium
Okay.
game. So I watched the evolution as it like slowly started under Frank.
Okay. How about you, Jeanette? Were you in marching band, or did you do student section at all, or what is the student section at Virginia Tech called?
Um,
The Crazy Turkeys?
the North End Zone.
The
Um,
Castle Guard in basketball.
in basketball, yeah.
Okay.
I So I did try out for Marching Virginians. I didn't get cut. I just got scared.
Oh,
And
okay.
so after day one, I was like, I don't think I can do this. And I didn't show back up,
Okay.
which if I had, then I would have realized that someone like Mike Swan was in the band and maybe it wouldn't have been as scary. But that's okay. I am still partnered with the MBs to do a food drive in the fall. So that's kind of a win-win. Sometimes I get to hang out on the field with them. So,
Oh, fun.
um, and I guess the student section back then was actually the east side, and real high, like maybe quadruple Y, way up in the stands. So that's where
Okay.
I remember hanging out, and watching the games. Even during hurricanes, I was out there
Oh,
Yeah.
with my poncho on,
wow.
cheering on the
That's
games.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I grew up in a Notre Dame house. My grandpa
Hmm.
graduated from Notre Dame, so I'm one of those just like classic. My family's has a strong Catholic background, so like I'm one of those like I have a relative that went to Notre Dame. I didn't personally go to Notre Dame. But then living in Chicago, Northwestern was always kind of, on our minds, and they had one good season. I think they made the Rose Bowl maybe in '96 or something like that. So I had a poster of Ryan Field over my bed growing up. So I was always kind of into the Irish and the Wildcats. I was born in Evanston, so a lot of good connections to that school. But I went to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. People say it's a public Ivy, kind of the Stanford of the Midwest.
People say that.
The flagship school of Illinois, the academic elites of the Big Ten, is what I've heard from people. Um, I went there, got two bachelor's degrees, and became an Illini fan. So I went to U of I during a pretty interesting time. We made the Rose Bowl one of the
Oh yeah.
years, led by Jay Lehman, who I now go to church with.
Really?
Amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, that's
wow.
cool.
we're all pro. Well, not I don't know what they say. All what do they say? Not all pro, all
All
college.
conference or all American?
He's very good at his. He was very good at football, and he has prayed over me a few times. How cool is that? But um, we went to a Rose Bowl because OSU went to the national championship, so we were like backdoor Rose Bowl.
Nice.
And then we got destroyed by Reggie Bush and USC, and it was not very fun. After that, then we were very bad. The basketball team was bad. I just went to school during a kind of a dark time in our athletic program. But the big thing was, and we'll get into Illinois' mascot a little bit more, but I was on campus for the end of the Chief. So
Yeah.
um, that was yeah, just a very interesting time to live through. And you kind of had to pick sides, like were you pro Chief, were you anti Chief? Um, but yeah, just in hindsight, it was kind of pretty crazy to have lived through that era when that happened in like '06, '07, '08. So of course, I'm a loyal person, so I'm an Illini now, first and foremost, but I still root for the Irish and the Wildcats. But I will admit, I was not. I was a hipster in college. I was like an art school kid, so I would only go to one game a year, football and basketball, and then I would act like I was too cool. But I secretly loved it. Um,
Was that a specific game or just that you would go to one
no,
game?
just whatever one
Oh,
my mom would take me to.
uh,
We went to one game against Penn State where we got destroyed like 63-3, something like that, and it was freezing. I was like, why do people do this? But the cool thing though is I got to decorate our statue, the alma mater, for the Rose Bowl. So the art school got recruited to help decorate her. So that was a big highlight. So I kept I secretly liked sports a lot, but I kind of kept it to myself in the art school world.
You
So
kind of got to an art school. Yeah,
yeah.
it's understandable.
But we have all since graduated, some before others. We won't say who. And you guys have stayed pretty committed fans to the Hokies. What is it like kind of being a fan of college sports as an alumni? Mike, why don't you go first?
Oh, sure. I mean, if you've seen the Enter Sandman entrance, right? Which who hasn't? There's just something cool about being there, jumping up and down, still going crazy. Team runs out, and even though like with all the stuff of like kids getting paid, and this kid doesn't want to stay at this school because they're not getting enough money and all that stuff, which I mean, hey, they're bringing in tons and tons of money, so that's a discussion probably for another day. But like they're still out there wearing the colors. They're still like have a desire to see, like, to all kind of come around this thing in this season of life that they have. And it kind of gives you a sense of like community and belonging, which we all look for in life. And we all want something to kind of belong to. So it gives you some ownership. It gives you some, there's just a big difference, I feel like, between a really good college athletics moment and like pro games that you go to,
Yeah,
right? I hope that stays as the future goes, but that's kind of my why I still love it.
yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with all those things. I think still living here in the town that I went to college, where Virginia Tech is,
Go
it's
Hokies.
really hard to not pass by people wearing the colors, people affiliated with the university. Just last week, I was in Kroger and I went by our basketball coach in one of the aisles.
Did you hug
Now that I
him?
s- no, I do not even try to make eye contact. But if I see athletes or coaches out in public, but I can definitely identify them. Um, and so yeah, I think going to watch the games, it's just what Mike said, there's a community piece to it. Um, Going to the women's basketball games, I mean, we can have probably upwards to like 20 of us that are hanging out going to those games
Oh yeah.
sometimes.
And your
And
team is incredible. They're like
oh
always in the
yeah,
mix every year.
yeah, it's been a good ride for our ladies. And then it's not like, I think it's even a way that I stay connected with friends like Mike and his wife and I will text, are you watching the game if it's an away
Hmm.
game, or are you at the game? If there's a game in Florida, maybe they're at that game. So it's just a fun way to stay connected to friends and yeah, cheering our team.
Yeah. No, I'm in a similar boat, Jeanette. I still live in Urbana. So yeah, it really is just part of the culture in some ways, but I just kind of like I like seeing how this the stadium and stuff like evolves over time and like what's popular with this generation of students. What are they doing in the commercial breaks and the half times? What songs are the marching bands playing? Like last fall they were playing Chapel Roan, but when I was in college they were probably playing like MGMT or something like that. And it's just fun to like watch the it's hard not to get like swept up into it on Saturdays because you can hear the fireworks going off, you can hear the buzz of the crowd like just from our backyard. So, um, but Mike, I was curious for you, like as a long distance fan, does it feel different? Are you pining? Is there more nostalgia? Like, do you
Yeah.
try to get back to campus at any point?
We often have hurricane runaway vacations where it's like school's out for a week because of a potential big hurricane coming down here to Orlando. So it's like we'll often truck up, go to Virginia Tech games because it usually happens in September, October. And we still stay connected with Jeanette and the team that she works with there a lot. So we still feel pretty connected. And now that they've reintroduced the EA College Sports football game, my kids and I are playing, and now it's gone down even to the high schools. Some kid You can play the high school teams.
Oh wow,
So Innovation High School here in Orlando, Florida, some kid plugged in all like a lot of the players. My son, the kicker, he did not plug
that's
in.
funny.
But but yeah, so I mean, even that excitement on a Friday night and the excitement on a Saturday, and we have a lot of Hokie fans that live down here in Orlando and will come over and watch games together.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I still feel pretty connected. I the freezing cold, the 25-year-old or 25 degree game. Nah, I'm watching it on my TV in my warmth and thinking about Jeanette out there in the stadium.
So, fun fact, my high school did not have a football team. Go Mustangs.
Mm.
Go
We had
Mustangs.
a pretty competitive Latin team though, and a pretty
Oh,
competitive chess team.
I was on the Latin team for Midlothian High School.
I went to a nerd high school, if you couldn't infer that. But
Yeah.
so, Jeanette, are you going to every football game and every basketball game and every like volleyball game? Like, are you hitting all the? What's your kind of rhythm?
Um, I do not typically go to football. I would prefer to watch that from the TV
Okay, yeah,
because
agreed.
otherwise you miss like so much.
So much, yeah.
Now, I would try to go to a night game. Typically, we had one a season. This season, they have already announced three,
Wow.
which to me is bananas. Like that never happens. So, and then of course I do that fundraiser during one of the football games. So I'm typically at that one for
Okay,
some period of time. I do go to every men and women's basketball game. So
cool.
some weeks that's like 3 or 4 games a week. Yeah. And then I'll try to catch soccer, both men and women's, maybe volleyball here and there.
Yes.
Um, Lacrosse if I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you wear makeup and like face paint and
No,
colored tights?
I do typically have a basketball season outfit that
Okay.
I will try to wear all season
Okay.
if I can. And I do have custom made shoes that are
Let's go.
hydro dyed Converse that I will occasionally
Oh,
break
that's
out.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I try to go to one basketball game a year just as I can. And as August is getting older, I'm hoping, he'll start to join me. And then for football, my cousin graduated from here, so him and his family and my uncle, they always come down for a game, so I usually tag along for that. So, but yeah, I definitely like basketball more than football for college athletics. Just the stadiums are smaller, the student section's better, at least at U of I. Our basketball student section's phenomenal, and yeah, it just feels a little more college to me. Maybe Illinois is a basketball school, admittedly, so.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think for me, it's hard not to be an Illini fan when you're living here. And it's really not much more complicated than that. So, but yeah, any other thoughts for you guys on the Hokies or do you ever wish you went to the Harvard of the Midwest or
No, not particularly. I I my dad one day he said, "Well, son, I was senior." He said, "Well, son, that school down the street in Charlottesville, referring to UVA, he's like, son, they've got some good programs, and if you want to go there, it will be okay." And I was like, "Come on, Dad, I'm not going to UVA. There's no way."
that's so funny.
But it was a very heart to heart. He meant it. He did mean it. It's okay, but there was no way.
What is the deal with you guys in UVA? Why so much hate?
Just the
Um,
other Virginia school.
Okay.
yeah.
Did they ever do anything mean to you guys or vice versa?
Well, there was a feud between the marching bands. They used to have this ridiculous, dumb scramble band
Okay.
that would like get on and do announcements and make like inappropriate jokes about the other schools. So then we banned them from our field, and then they banned us from their field. And it is no longer they no longer have the UVA pep band. They have more of a traditional. Stanford's really the only other one. Stanford and Rice are the other two with like that type of scramble band that does ridiculous stuff. And so, but I mean, they would always wear like ties to their football game. And it was a really bad, like really, really bad drinking school. Not that Virginia Tech or any other place isn't that way, but I mean, kids like on your senior day, you were supposed to drink like a fifth of vodka, and kids were dying all the time. And I remember being a high school student and be like, why are they being so dumb?
Oh,
So, yeah, not that probably doesn't happen anymore. Sorry to all my Cavalier friends out there.
wow.
Still love you. We're still all part of the great family of life, but yeah, I never would have gone that.
Yeah. At U of I, the marching band had a reputation for just being like party animals. They were just
Oh,
like play hard, party hard types. And yeah. But fun fact, did you guys know this? You know who John Philip Sousa is? He's kind of a,
oh, of course.
he
Do
wrote,
we?
yeah, you guys better. He wrote the University of Illinois March.
Really?
And one of the libraries here is named after him. And
Oh,
he was good friends with our band director in the 30s, I guess. Something
that's
like that.
cool.
Yeah, so now I have this way of, wait, no, he died in the 30s. I don't know when they were
Did
friends.
but did you have Metallica come play a concert in your stadium?
He was kind of the Metallica of that era in a way. So he was kind of like, James Hetfield, blah, blah, blah. No, I will be, I'm very jealous of that. Growing up as a kid, like Metallica was one of my favorite bands in eighth grade. So like, I love that about Virginia Tech. And, again, with Michael Vick, like Virginia Tech always has kind of had a little special place in my heart. But no, U of I has never had Metallica play, just JP Sousa. So,
Yep. Well, Dave McKee, if you're listening out there, the former marching band director at Virginia Tech, Virginia Tech was never known for any of that stuff. No partying, none of that stuff at all. At all.
yeah, Mr. McKean, if you're listening, please follow and leave a comment. Thanks. Thanks. All right, you guys ready to get into some reviews?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about colors. Which school has the best colors? But because I do think school colors is like at the core of college athletics. Like that's what you rep, that's what you walk around with. When you graduate, you get you get a crew neck that has the school color on it and the logo real big, or it says alumni. And yeah, even some schools like Syracuse, like their whole mascot's the color,
Yeah.
orange. Penn State, like super iconic, the all white. Like, will you guys do that, right? Don't you have a day where everyone wears the same color shirt?
So, yeah, we have a white effect, a maroon effect, and an orange effect.
Oh
We
my
have all the
gosh.
And
days.
some years we have a stripe effect, which actually looks
Hmm.
really cool, where it's like you're supposed to look at your section and do like maroon,
That's
orange.
so cool. U of I cannot figure out how to do that stuff. Like we can't even do the card things right sometimes. I'm just like, come on, people. You guys have three? That's not fair.
Yeah, three during football season, and well, yeah, probably three during basketball season too.
Whose is better though,
And my
yours or Penn State's?
Oh, come on.
Penn State?
Ours.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, okay. All right. Well, Mike, real quick, tell us about Virginia Tech's colors, because I'm assuming those are your favorite colors.
You don't have to go very far. So yeah. So Chicago maroon. Shout out to Chicago.
Hey, hey.
And burnt orange. So when we first started, our original colors were black and cadet gray. Uh,
Oh,
because Virginia Tech started as a fully military Corps cadet school. So as land grant university Corps cadets, my dad went through 6 months of the Corps cadets. Now it was right when they were starting to add civilians too, so he got out of his civilian duty. My dad has since passed, so I think it's okay to say out loud that he at one time came back from his 6 month stay at doing his boot camp, and he was supposed to come back and do a couple more years of the cadets. And he was like, "Oh, did you not get my doctor's note?" And they were like, "No." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll make sure I get that to you." And they're like, "Okay, sir, we'll bring you in as a civilian." And that doctor's note never existed, nor did it ever come in. But he got to be a civilian the rest of his time at Virginia Tech.
wow.
But that's a long
Wow.
story to say. black and cadet gray were the original colors. And then they determined that it looked a little bit too much like you were in prison garb. So they switched it to Chicago maroon and burnt orange, the only team in the nation that has that color combination.
Yeah, it's
At
beautiful.
that time, back in 1896, and still to this day, still the only team to have that color
Yeah.
combination. And it just looks beautiful.
It looks like an autumn tree. You know,
Yeah.
it's trees in autumn.
Yep. Yep.
What is the Chicago Maroon though? What's up with that? Because I'm from Chicago, and I know the U of C is the Maroons, I think.
Yeah. So it is a specific blend or a specific color palette of maroon. Jeanette, do you have more information on why Chicago maroon?
I don't.
Yeah. So I believe it is that kind of darker, richer Chicago maroon as opposed to like a it may have had to do with University of Chicago. They don't they have a maroon?
Yeah, that's their team name. They're the Maroons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's what you were saying.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think it may have come from that. And then the burnt orange is not the like uber bright. It's a little bit like it's burnt. It's a toasted orange.
Mike, I told you to research this. I was hoping you'd have an AI summary from ChatGPT.
I'm sorry. All I've got is the black and cadet gray. But I also already knew that.
You
So
should do a quick ChatGPT while I ask Jeanette.
okay.
Is so growing up a Terps fan and now a Hokie, do you like the red and the white or that's what Maryland is, right?
I think they're also a little bit of gold.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Um,
What's your
which I
preference?
oh, maroon and orange all the way.
Okay.
It just is like such a great combination. Even so, like you can get like normal clothes that aren't made for Virginia Tech cookies in
That's
those color
true.
combinations. And
That's
so
true.
it's just a great combination.
Okay, this is my issue with our orange. I don't feel like I can wear it as my primary hue. So I've
Mm.
always leaned towards our dark blue as a fan. But there's a lot of times when they're like, you got to orange out, you got to wear your orange. I'm like, I don't got an orange t-shirt, so I'm the one dot of blue in the crowd of orange people. And I was like, I tried my best, everyone. I'm sorry. Um,
Um, we were correct. It does come from the University of Chicago, who had changed their color in 1894, which
oh,
is right around the time Tech was changing their colors too, as well.
okay. This makes me like Virginia Tech even more. Chicago
Yeah,
connection.
yeah.
Yeah, so I have a weird phenomenon where all my favorite teams, except the Cubs, are blue and orange. So I like the Illini, the Bears, and
Wow.
the Broncos. And blue and orange is just so is part of all three of them. Now the blues are a little different depending, but it all kind of works out in the end. The Tebow era, dark blue, that's the best in my opinion. Um, but yeah, what do you guys make of the whole color thing? How do you guys like repping the colors for your fandom as adults nowadays?
Jeanette, what's your take on those blue and orange colors?
Uh, I cannot do that combination.
Tell me
Whether it's a
why. Wait, you
light
gotta
blue,
you gotta defend it. They're a complimentary set.
but are they though? I mean, UVA is navy blue and orange.
Oh,
And Florida. I just
oh.
and that blue football field, like I cannot
Smurf
with like
turf.
that. It is not a great combination.
Let me make the
Um,
wait UVA. Let me see what their blue is. Yeah, that's a little.
it's like a navy blue. It right?
No, that looks bad. Ours is way better
I agree. I agree, Russ. I think yours
because our orange has a dash of red in it.
yeah,
This orange is ugh.
yeah.
What a horrible school. Can't stand
Preach.
them.
Preach.
But yeah, how do you guys like to represent the colors nowadays?
I mean, it's not too hard not to wear maroon or orange any
That's
given
true.
day of the week.
That's true.
So I have sweatshirts, I have windbreakers, I have winter coats. summer coats, fall coats, socks, shoes, Crocs, pants.
Crocs.
I mean, I will wear maroon and orange anytime. It's super easy to feel like, oh, like I don't have to think about what I'm gonna wear. Put on maroon and orange, and you're gonna be accepted in this town. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. I
those
still,
Crocs were a free giveaway at a basketball game
ooh,
if you were like the
What?
first, couple thousand.
How do they know your
Yeah.
size? Or do you have to
I
put
don't
tissue
know.
papers in the toes to like make sure they fit?
No, they are the perfect size. I guess I just got lucky.
Oh. Do they
the
have the logo on them? Like a little turkey or?
They have Virginia Tech on them, or Hokies on them. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. Mike, how about you? How do you like to rep the maroon and orange?
you used a good word of like identifying. Like, um, I was at Walmart the other day here in Orlando, Florida, and I see this guy. He's got a Virginia Tech bumper sticker. He's got a Virginia Tech this. He has a maroon car, a maroon Toyota Sienna, which we also have a maroon Toyota Sienna. And he gets out of the car and he's got a Virginia Tech hat on and a Virginia Tech shirt. And there's certain places, there's certain schools where it felt like you don't really wear your colors, or it's like you don't
Yeah,
see the colors on campus around this, and there's something identifying about it that is like sticks out. And
yeah,
maybe it's because you're looking for it, right? You look for red Toyota Siennas and you see red Toyota Siennas, but like all the time down here in Orlando, I'm like, man, there's so many Hokie fans around
yeah.
here. Uh,
Even so much, so several years ago, I was in the Moscow airport coming back from a mission trip, and there was a Hokie in there identified by a Virginia Tech sweatshirt, which is going to stick out. And we actually knew her
Oh
and we
my
talked to her.
gosh.
But if she wasn't wearing that, I don't know that like our eyes would have been like drawn. But yeah.
Yeah, this is so funny. You guys are making me think. A lot of my color choices, both with my car and my house, and my outfits are very similar to the Illinois kind of dark blue.
Absolutely.
Like even my phone, I picked
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty.
and
That's pretty.
it's a 12. It's the navy blue 12 for those listening. Um, I haven't wanted to get rid of it because they stopped making this color, and it's my favorite. But um, yeah, I love school colors. I think it's just part of what makes the brands fun and easily identifiable. But colors are not the only thing that schools will have. They need the color personified into
Mm.
usually a little critter or a leprechaun or something like that. So, mascots. Let's talk about mascots now. And Mike, you had a pretty crazy idea that I want you to share with the people.
Yeah. So I got into this probably way too much and created a Google spreadsheet that I'd love to share with everyone, but I don't think I have a way to share that. But a Google spreadsheet with a final 64, just like
Hmm.
Madness. I guess March Madness is technically 68 nowadays, but we won't count that. Final 64. And I tried to even rank like it was East, South, Midwest, and West, and
Hmm.
then I tried to rank them from like popular teams kind of in that first 1 through 12, and then just like fun random ones like Big Red from Western Kentucky, right? Or the Gooey Duck, the Evergreen State Gooey Duck, right? What in the world? Like, why does he exist? But he's amazing. And so yeah, those later numbers, those 13 through 16s would be like upset potentials with some like crazy LB the Shark at Cal State Long Beach. So yeah, I probably spent a good bit too much time doing this, but it was a really fun adventure into a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Okay. And Mike's idea was that we would go from the round of 64 to the round of 32 to the round of 16 to the round of 8 to 4 to
In
2
an
to
hour.
1. And I was like, Mike, that's going to be like a hardcore history episode. Like, no one's got time for that. Um, so I will export this as a PDF and I'll link people to it on the show notes and I'll post it to X as well so people can see it there. But I really do appreciate your work on it. And what I wanted to do instead to honor your concept is we're going to start at four and go to one and share what our four top favorite mascots are. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll do a snake draft style. So we'll start with the eldest, Mike, right?
Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm the eldest. Yep.
Um,
Oh, snake draft as in
so
like
you'll
so
go first,
one.
Jeanette, me, and then we'll snake back.
Okay, so I'm just sharing one at a time.
Yeah, just
Or-
share number four. Your number four.
All right. Number four is has to be UCF's Nitro. Um, that may have something to do with my son being going into his sophomore year, but Nitro is pretty cool, dude. He's this black and gold knight, and he's everywhere on campus. He's something they can get around, like something that the people can get around. I'm going with Nitro, number four.
All right, here's why I huff at Nitro.
No.
Well, he beat out, I mean, the Longhorn. Come
No,
on.
no, no. No, 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 no. Longhorns in the Midwest, right?
Oh, he beat out the LSU one though, right?
Oh yeah, he beat out the Tigers. I
Come
do
on, that's
anything that has
crazy.
real life like real life animals, love it, but
That
no,
Tiger's so iconic though.
Nitro.
Here's my issue with UCF though. I feel like their branding looks a little minor league baseball for me.
Oh
And it
no.
doesn't have like the adequate collegiate vibe that I'm going for.
Oh man, that black and gold is so pretty.
No, I know the colors. I'm saying the designs, you know? And
Yeah.
even their mascot feels a little too new school, like it was designed in the early aughts.
Yeah, well, if we want another rabbit hole, we can talk about former mascots at UCF, but we don't have time for that. So,
All right, so number
yeah,
four for you is University of Central Florida. What's his name?
Nitro.
Nitro. All right, Jeanette, what's your number four?
Mm, my number four is going to be the Delta State Fighting Okra
Woo!
because I'm sure that there's not a lot of people cheering that mascot on. So right here at Russ Reviews, we're going to give a little airspace to the Fighting Okra from Delta State.
I've never heard of this before. This is so great. Tell the people what
How did you get to your final four if you had never heard of the Delta State Okra?
wait, describe to the people what the Delta State okra looks like.
Um, I'm gonna say it kind of looks like a pickle.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
an angry
from
pickle.
an angry pickle with maybe red hands or orange hands.
Those are boxing gloves.
Um, the
Mm.
fighting part. Yep,
He's
yep.
getting ready to fight. He looks
My
mad.
picture. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he looks
He's
very
not
mad.
having a
But
good day.
I mean, I feel like that bracket region was a bit rough for me. So also, I'm gonna go with the underdog.
Was Delta State in Mike's bracket?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, interesting. They
Oh
made
yeah.
it into the March Madness?
They're the 14 seed. Oh no, no, they don't have to make it. This is
This is
mascot.
our March
Oh, these
Madness.
are your 64 teams.
Yeah, yeah. I pined over these. Yeah.
I really appreciate how much work you put into this. It's amazing. He kind of looks like Bert a little bit too from Sesame Street.
Yeah, yeah.
I love him. You might have won me over. This might be my
Oh,
new number four,
uh-oh.
but you guys are gonna be mad at me for my number four because I went very blue blood here. I did a tie between UConn and University of Kentucky. And I feel like I need to take a shower after this because I truly despise both of these schools. But I just feel like they got great branding. They have very iconic logos, and their mascots are both very fun and kind of muscular. And yeah, UConn and for both women's and men's basketball have just dominated. And I like Dan Hurley. I know he's a acquired taste for some, but Coach Cal back in the day, all the great number one draft picks out of UK. Um, Various shades of blue. Again, there's blue.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you guys think of that? Is that too
I
to
mean, it's a little on the nose, but a couple of mine are too. So yeah,
yeah.
it's all right.
You don't want to fight me?
No, no.
All right. Jeanette, do you want to fight?
No fighting. Not today.
Okay. I guess this is going to be a harmonious rest reviews. All right. Well, I'll go again in the snake draft. So my number three is kind of a cousin of the Fighting Okra, I would say. It's the UC Santa Cruz Slug.
Yeah.
I love the slugs, and whenever I see someone wearing a slug sweater, I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, I love your sweater!" And they're like, "Oh, did you go here?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I just think it's funny." So when I was in college, I wanted to get knuckle tattoos that said "Slug Life" because I thought that would just be funny. But I felt like I needed to go to grad school at UC Santa Cruz in order to make that happen, and then my life kind of pivoted away. So maybe I can do a master's at UC Santa Cruz to get that. But what's not to like? Thinking of a slug playing basketball. Do you remember the Neverending Story, guys?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that snail that ironically went really fast?
It's been a long time.
Near the beginning of the movie.
No, I got
This
nothing.
was my chicken soup movie. So whenever I had the flu, we'd pop this in the VHS
Oh.
player. So I'm very familiar with it. Anyway, this snail just went super fast. So I like to think this slug is actually not a slow slug, but a fast slug. And then
Mm,
every time I'm in California, because that's where my wife's from, I always see a slug, and I'm always like, "Hey, go slugs!" And
those
then
slugs.
you pour salt on them if you want to torture them. I don't do that though. I just hear people have done that. I would never do that.
Russ, do you think that you would still want those tattoos today if you had gotten through with that?
Am I
You
an
would.
alumni of UC Santa Cruz or not?
You are not.
Mm,
Oh, you could be.
okay.
Yeah.
If I did get the degree, I would love to have them. If I hadn't gotten the degree and I got them like aspirationally and I never went, I'd feel kind of stupid.
Good answer.
But slugs, go slugs!
Those slugs.
All right, Jeanette, what's your number three?
Okay. My number three is going to be the UCal Ozzy the bear. I guess that's Ozzy with that OSI. Again, this bracket was real tough for me. Maybe the only other mascot could have been in the running would have been the Oregon State Beavers, because not only do you have Benny, you also have Bernice, and I just thought that was cute.
I
But
Wait,
think
I'm
is
gonna
it is
stick.
it is it Oski the bear?
I don't know how to. I don't know what
For
oh, I
that
might
Berk,
have
means.
is
spelled
it the one from Berkeley?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay.
I might have spelled it wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm just
OSKI
gonna.
is what Wikipedia is telling me.
Oh, Oski. Got it. Yeah, I think he's cute. And in the picture that was presented to me, it's a bear holding a bear. So, but again, some of this is based off of the other ones in the bracket.
You know what's cool is that that school is on the Pacific Ocean, but it's now in the ACC, which is
Is
named
that?
for the Atlantic Ocean. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. We actually call it the All Coast Conference
Mm.
now, because you have the Atlantic Coast, you have the Pacific Coast, you also have the Gulf of Mexico because we added
Oh.
SMU.
Is
So,
that being discussed by the athletic directors? Are they going to change it?
oh, I'm sure it's not, but
Dude,
but
that'd be perfect.
yeah, All Coast Conference.
We'll talk about this at the end. But I do want to say I really don't like that we're called the Big Ten. We should just be the big conference because that's literally what we are.
Just the
It's so
big.
stupid. The big. All right. So tell me, why did you like him? Because he's cute?
In the mascots presented to me in this reasons bracket,
Yeah.
it's cute,
Oh, I
and
see.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Yep.
See, I had a superpower in this because I didn't take note of Mike's bracket at
You didn't
all.
care. You didn't
Yeah,
even think about. I don't think the slugs were even in my
yeah.
bracket.
Nor was University of Kentucky when he brought that up before, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
Wait, who
So
would you pick number three if without Mike's prison of a bracket?
I appreciated the prison of a bracket.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna stick with what I got. But
It's form and
if you had
structure.
looked at the bracket, Russ, you would have known that the number one seed is the Oregon Ducks. And do you want to know a fun fact about the Oregon Ducks
I
Yeah,
do.
please.
that I think you would appreciate?
Yeah.
That duck was Disney sanctioned to be a replica of
Oh,
another duck in the world of Disney.
Donaldo.
Did you know that?
I didn't. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can find Oregon stuff with Donald on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Because they
awesome.
got Disney's permission to make that duck.
Oh, you think they paid?
Oh, I'm sure. Oregon's
Maybe
rolling
Disney,
in making
maybe
money.
Disney paid them.
Wow, I'm like reading this bracket with whole new eyes now, knowing that this is. I thought you just pulled this from last year's Final Four.
No, man. No, this
So
is
these are your 64 favorite
this is a
mascots.
labor of love.
I love this so much more now.
Uh,
Uh,
all right.
okay, Mike, what's your number
My
three?
number three, I pulled my number three from the Midwest, and I'm going with Bevo out in Texas. I found when
Oh.
I saw this, I love live animal mascots.
Yeah.
Now, another thing I found out, it just barely beat out Texas Tech, right? So Texas Tech, they're the Red Raiders, and they have the Masked Raider. And so Jeanette brought up something really good. Where are more of the female mascots? Like,
Mhm.
it is 2025. Like, any of the ones that have like the male and female together, like at NC State and some of those places, I was like, NC State's got a whole family. They got like a husband and wife, and then like they've got a little live action dog. I mean, that's a pretty cool package. But the Masked Raiders from Texas Tech will have men run across with the mask on and women run across with the mask on. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
And yet, a big, huge Longhorn running across the field, it's just hard to beat.
okay.
It's just hard to beat. So.
I do think many Texans would take issue with you describing them as the Midwest because they kind of
I
identify
know.
they
I had to
identify as their
force,
own region,
yeah, I had
Texas.
to force the South versus the Midwest a little bit because there's so many good South
Yeah.
and East mascots.
No,
So
that's a great choice. And UT just got ranked number one in the AP preseason poll.
yep.
But then they're favored to lose to OSU in their first game. So that's fun.
Oh, interesting.
I have no
Yeah.
issue with that as the number three. Iconic brand, great school.
Yeah.
Um, oh, who's that guy? Their famous quarterback. Uh, he kind of flamed out in the NFL. Who am I thinking of?
Oh, goodness.
Vince Young.
Ran across the
Yeah, yeah,
line,
Vince Young.
balls out. Yep. Yep. Win the national
Oh,
championship.
so good.
All right.
That was a great game.
Yes. Yeah. Iconic game. So snake draft. So I guess I'm up again, and I did go with the Oregon Duck.
Run number two.
Yeah, no, for number two. So yeah, thank you. For number two, I did go with the Oregon Duck. Plus the colors, the green and white and yellow. I just love it. I love the color combinations. I don't want to love it, but I love it, and I love him. I think he just looks
Yeah,
just
he's awesome.
so yeah. So Oregon Duck.
No, Oregon rules because they really have been pushing the uniform game.
Yeah,
But my issue with them is that other schools have tried to copy what they're doing and have been failing miserably at
yeah,
it.
it's true.
And it's just like
Double standard over
just let
people.
Oregon be their own thing, guys. Like
Yeah.
I am happy to say though the Packers totally ripped off the University of Illinois, which is famously connected to the Bears. We had those helmets last year that looked like leather caps,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the Packers totally copied us, and they're doing that for one of their uniforms this year. And Illini Nation has been roasting them, so should be fun. All right, Jeanette, what's your number three
Okay.
or two? Sorry.
Number two. It is going to be out of the South region, and it will be the Tennessee Volunteers,
Mm,
Smokey the dog. Now,
Mm.
good
that's
choice.
partly because my dog kind of looks like that dog, even though it's a very different breed of dog. But I would say Izzy kind of looks like that dog. Also, it was up against several orange and blue schools, which we already know how I feel about that. And also the mascots to the University of Arkansas at Monticello, which you can just research that and see what those two mascots are and what they call the female athletes. We'll just leave a little suspense at Russ Reviews and go to your pick, Russ.
Well, I do got to say, Tennessee is my least favorite of the oranges. I think it's a little too creamsicle, and
Mhm.
I want to be scared of the orange, not think of dessert. So,
Fun fact,
Okay.
1994,
yeah.
Virginia Tech goes 7-5, loses in the Orange Bowl to Peyton Manning and the Tennessee Volunteers. Um, we lost to 5 teams that year. All 5 teams had orange in their uniform.
Oh,
Mm.
And it was Miami, Syracuse, Tennessee, UVA, and somebody else. And I just think our quarterback just didn't know. He saw orange and he thought that's one of our colors and just started going there. So
wait, now, do
anyway,
you guys, out of the Tennessee orange and the Texas orange, do you prefer the burnt or the more creamy?
burnt, burnt.
Yeah. And I'll confess, I rarely wear orange here. I'll wear maroon every day.
Yeah, I can't do the
But I
orange.
probably won't do orange unless it's orange effect.
Yeah, I feel like when I wear orange, I look orange, and I feel like an orange man, you know? All right,
What about Syracuse?
my number two is again, this had nothing to do with my bracket, just shouting out my alma mater. The University of Illinois and their mascot. Nothing.
Came in
Here's
as number two.
here's what I like. Here's what I like about it. Our mascot is conversation. So we're just a dialectical, open-minded, verbal processing school, and we just want to talk about what our future mascot's going to be. Some days it's going to be the squirrel. Some days it's going to be the kingfisher. Some days it's going to be the block eye with like a little two eyeballs and a little smiley mouth, you know? No one can figure out what our mascot will be, and I think our mascot is the student spirit of indecisiveness that many of us Illini are crippled by choice paralysis and the ever-present anxiety of being in college. And that's
Wow,
really what our mascot represents.
that got really deep there.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that? We also have the best orange, I would say. Even
Uh,
better than the Virginia school.
yeah, well, yeah, yeah. I do think there's one other mascotless school, and that's University of Michigan. And I don't know if you want to like try to.
Oh.
They don't, even though they're the Wolverines, they don't actually have a mascot that
Yeah.
like.
Don't they bring a little Wolverine out on the field though?
I don't think so. I think they made the decision, but that's a pretentious decision. So yours seems like an undecided. Sorry to my Michigan fans, but I
Mine
feel
felt a little
like,
pretentious too, but
well,
What if it
yeah.
was just an orange dot with a smiley face?
Ooh.
yeah,
That'd be a
I'd like
little.
that. Or I just think like we have the black eye, just put some googly eyes on them. Like,
Yeah.
what would you guys pick between a squirrel and a king? You know what a kingfisher is? That
Oh,
bird.
I saw the Kingfisher. I'd go Kingfisher. I like that. In my research, I saw that there's a grassroots campaign for the kid.
Yeah. Now the squirrel was famously like domesticated here at some
Mm.
point, and we have a ton of these squirrels now that are just like very nice to humans. You can like feed them almonds from the palm of your hand. So
Mm.
squirrels had a run, but Jeanette, what would you pick? Any animal in the universe. The University of Illinois, blank.
Hmm. I'm gonna go black bear, only because that's my favorite animal. And there's no black bears on here
Yeah.
on our bracket.
I don't know if there's any black bears in Illinois.
You
Jeanette has
never
a black
know.
bear that gets into her trash like every third night, right?
Yes. I don't think the squirrel, I feel like any college campus can say you got friendly squirrels
Yeah,
because
that's true.
they're just eating dining hall food, right?
Yeah, that's fair. All right, we have about 3 minutes left, so let's wrap up with number
Oh,
Number
one.
ones. Russell.
it better not be the Fighting Irish.
It is.
No.
Russell.
Bum, 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 ba, da, da, da. Da, da,
Uh,
da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. What's not to love? He's angry. He's ready to box ya. He's a really cool drawing. I had many buttons with that little guy on it. And it's a dude in a costume. What's not to like?
that's because that's a dude in a costume. There should be no mascots that are dudes in a costume
Oh, I see. So
where
you,
you can see the
yeah,
face.
yeah,
Minus
yeah.
the Red Raider. Minus the Red Raider.
That's actually a great point, Jeanette. I hadn't thought of that. Of because in the mascot community, it is very important that their human face is never shown. Like that's a very big deal. But the Irish don't have to play by such rules. You know, they're just like, this is me.
It is a huge deal at Virginia Tech. You don't know who the Hokey Bird is until they graduate and they wear the feet of the Hokey Bird to
Oh,
graduation.
that's fun.
Even, yeah.
Were you ever the Hokey Bird? Either of you?
No.
I'll never tell. I mean,
I'll be honest, I don't know if I like I probably just didn't understand the premise. I was just picking my favorite school in terms of overall aura. I
and
do
that's
think
just
the little
fine.
leprechaun. I like the logo of the leprechaun the most, and
Yeah.
then the that's probably my favorite like academic thing. The little
Okay,
little
before,
guy.
Yeah.
yep. Okay, before time runs out, because I think we got a minute.
Minute
Going
50.
back,
Yeah.
number one, obviously, the beautiful Hokey Bird.
Mike, what's your number one?
Obviously the Hokey Bird.
All
I
right, would
mean,
you guys actually say this if you hadn't gone there?
100%.
yeah.
Okay.
He's maroon and orange. He is so even on I snipped at the bottom of our thing somebody else's voting pool, and they had him third behind Bucky the Badger, and then the Georgia Uga, like the dog. That the dog's cool. I get that, but it was third, and this was a neutral third party voting. So I just had to clip it because I knew you were going to ask that question. Absolutely, I would put the Hokie Bird in that one.
Oh man, that's great. So our top three are Hokey Bird, and Russ not understanding the assignment.
Hey, stay true to your Fighting Irish.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out though a couple. I really like the guy from Purdue. He makes me laugh. I think he just looks hilarious.
Boilermaker.
And then I really do like the Gator from UF. He's fun. But the
I,
Duck, I feel like the Duck is one of the best, just like
yeah,
pure mascots.
yeah. I do like Albert and Alberta Gator, yeah, at Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mentioned the NC State family. Oh, last one. Pittsburgh State. Find them. The Pittsburgh State has Gus the Gorilla, red and yellow.
Oh,
He's really cool. And Jeanette, I am surprised that the Williams College Purple Cow did not make it to your finals.
Oh,
I know you love the
I'm
cows,
sorry. I do.
and I put that in there just for you. But the Purple Cow, look it up.
all right. Well, people, please. Oh, the timer has gone off. Oh, my alarm didn't play. Wah, wah.
Oh
I
no,
knew we
you'll
had
have
to
to put
be.
it in
I knew we
post.
had to be close.
Is that your hooky bird or is that your alarm?
That was my hokey alarm. Wake up! So yeah, for people listening, we'd love to hear what your favorite mascots are. Please leave a comment on the show, on your podcast platform, or on Twitter. Yeah, we'd love to hear what you guys think. And can I tell you guys my favorite mascot, just in general?
Yeah.
Benny the Bull. I got to shout him out. Chicago Bulls mascot. He kind of paved the way, I would argue, of mascots doing acrobatics.
Ooh.
Mm.
Which we'd have to fact check, but I feel like he kind of pioneered that whole thing of the mascot doing crazy stuff during halftime. But that's who I grew up with. Benny the Bull is like an icon of the '90s for us 90s kids. So he would be my true number one. But we were talking about college. Jeanette and Mike, any last thoughts before we go? Final words?
Well, um, no, yeah. So I do like what you talked about there, Russ. The athleticism of people inside those costumes. So
Yeah.
shout out to those folks. I knew kind of vicariously, I knew one of the Hokie Birds that ended up becoming a Jacksonville Jaguar, and he started talking about how exhausting doing that in costume was because he was also doing a ton of athletics and stuff like that in costume, and he said it was just exhausting. And yeah, so shout out to those who have portrayed and gone before us in those costumes. They are hot and sweaty and
Ugh,
nasty.
it's
And
probably smell amazing.
well done, well done.
Jeanette, any shout outs?
No shout outs. I'll say two things though. When Mike and Sarah left this area, we had the Hokie Bird at their going away party.
Oh, yeah.
And I will echo that they do sweat a lot. It was I felt bad for the girl
Oh,
at the time. But she also had a sweet ride too. She had decked out her car to match her mascot vibe. And so that was pretty sweet. So shout out to that specific Hokie Bird because she did a great job that night celebrating Mike and his wife and his family.
oh,
And
wow.
then
That's
the
awesome.
last thing I will say is as we head into football season and into the fall, if you live in a place where the leaves start changing, just take notice of what
Mm,
colors those tree leaves might change into.
orange and blue, because I'm colorblind. No, I'm kidding. Hey, can we end the show with our school chants? Can we teach each other? I'll go first. So I say ILL, you
Yeah.
say INI. Okay? ILL.
I.
I.
All right. What do you guys do for the Hokies?
All right. So Jeanette and I will yell. I won't teach you Hokey 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 High, Tech Tech VPI, Solar X, Solar I, Polytech Virginia, and all the rest of it. But how about Jeanette and I will yell, let's go, and you yell Hokies.
Okay. Is it like a stadium thing? Like one side
Yeah.
yells it, one side?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So let's
Let's
go.
go.
Hokies!
Well done.
All right. Thanks, guys. This was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will be back with another episode at some point down the road. Good to see you guys.
Good to hang out.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.